finally home from the hospital. I was there for 1 month at the VA. Finally got me in the VA, and I started the chemotherapy. I took my 3rd dose last Thursday. The VA hospital in Ohio is top notch, super good people there, wonderful nurses, good doctors. I'm on the mend. I feel like I'm starting on the mend a little bit, but I was pretty sick there for a while. I couldn't walk. My kidneys were shutting down. My blood electrolytes were bad to where I couldn't walk. My potassium was up where they were afraid I was going to have a heart attack. They're giving me medicine to take the potassium out of my system. Just a big mess until they got me all figured out. All from the bone cancer, the multiple myeloma, it's called. Faye's here. She's been taking care of business with the kids for a couple months now. I got out the other night, and then they're going to bring me back. I got 5 more chemo treatments, and we'll see what happens after that. I'm able to walk, but I'm still pretty weak. Today was the first day I was outside other than just to go to the car. I mean, we actually went outside. It wasn't that cold outside here in northern Ohio, so we took a nice drizzly walk. Hey, Paulie. But it's just where I'm at right now. Hopefully this will turn around and be better. I'm glad a lot of you guys popped in already. I didn't advertise this or nothing. I just decided I was going to go live because I feel bad I didn't let you guys know that what's been going on for so long. But when I was in the hospital, basically my head was just on a pillow for a couple straight weeks, just weak as could be. So, it's amazing when you just can't get up. I couldn't even get to my feet, so it really sucked. Hey, Larry. My buddy Paulie. Yeah, I went down to 180 pounds, but I gained 20 back. I'm sitting at about 200 pounds right now. So that's a good thing. I'm going the right way. Faye's making me something rather good to eat right now. They got me on blood thinners because I guess I started throwing blood clots and stuff. So lots of medicines right now, antivirals. Day after tomorrow, I go in for for another week of chemo. I'm lucky I'm not getting sick from it. Some people get real deathly ill and real sick feeling. Not me. I haven't gotten any bad, no stomach aches, no puking. It seems like every time I get the chemo, I feel better. It feels like I get a little bit stronger. But they say it's killing that stuff that's growing on the bone, and that's going the way it's supposed to go on the last scan. So that's good. And I want to thank all you guys for helping out. The folks who sent money to get Faye here. It seemed like everybody chipped in. A few bucks here, a few bucks there, and next thing you know, she's here, and I really appreciate it because without her, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I'd have been in a nursing home. So I'm glad that you guys helped us out. Our next big trick, we got to figure out how to get a car. Because with all this traveling, it's about 45 minutes, 50 minutes to the VA. And they give me a hard time on travel with them because I'm a low number with the VA. They gave me a big hassle, said I was in the reserves, and it was a royal nightmare just to get treatment. But I finally got it. I do recommend the VA hospital if you're sick in Ohio. Absolutely, I think it's a top-notch place. So let's see. Yeah, Paulie, it's I got to watch salt. I'm on a renal diet right now, and I'm also on a low potassium diet. The doctor, when I left, they said if your potassium goes up, you can have just an instant heart attack, and you won't even know what will happen. You'll just be dead meat. So I gotta watch everything. I gotta start taking pictures of some of these pills, and I could put it on my Christmas tree next year. I got all kinds of beautiful, colorful pills they gave me. I mean, holy cow, I got 15, 20 bottles of crap I gotta take. And I'm just doing it though. I'm going with the program. I know I look all craggly and I lost a lot of weight and everything, but I actually right now I'm feeling better. I just got up from a good nap today. They gave me a hospital bed. I'm in my living room, but they gave me a real nice hospital bed. They gave me a this walker thingy, which we use today. I don't know if, can you see that, guys? It's a F-22 walker thingy with a seat on it so I can stop. And they gave me like a potty chair because I can't sit real low. They gave me a wheelchair. Hopefully I won't have to use any of this stuff for long. Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? Sorry, it's a hard time to read that. I guess I should have put my glasses on. I'm using the little iPhone and it's real super small, so it's hard to read this stuff here. There we go. Searching the best. Ronald, buddy, good to hear from you. I'm surprised a lot of you guys are here. Wow, I'm glad you're here. Let everybody else know I'm in. I'm not going to stay on for too long because I'm going to have something to eat. I got to watch my diet. They want me to be real careful how I'm eating and eat at the same time or during the day, and there's all kinds of stuff. But they made me a nice coffee. That was the one thing the only bad thing that was at the VA hospital that was no good was they would give you coffee and I don't know what it was. I don't think it was coffee. It was some kind of a black drink that had no taste at all like coffee. I don't know what it tasted like. It was just a very strange brew. And the other thing, their food was absolutely horrible. The only thing that was good was the scrambled eggs and grits for breakfast. The rest of the food they gave you, my goodness, it was absolute slop. You know, and they said, hey, you got to eat. You have to eat. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm not eating this. I'm just not. Hey, Alex Powers. I don't know what the name of it is right now. I have to look that up, Alex. I forgot. They gave me all the names of this stuff, and right now it just slipped right out of my brain. I have it written down on the paper, but they said I'm responding to the chemo doctor that came to see me before I left said he can't believe how I'm responding to it compared to other patients that he had. And he said, you know, I can see you completely pulling out of this and going back to a normal life. That's what he told me before I left the hospital. So I'm really glad of that. And I got me a nice coffee my sweetie made me. It's actually Nescafe from the Philippines. But we got the K-Cups in there. We got K-Cups coffee, but I didn't make one of them today. Just the Nescafe is good enough. But yeah, we had today we were out and about. It was two and a half hours, I think. About 2.5 hours we walked around. And I took breaks. I sat down on my little wheel buggy that they gave me. And what the real nice thing is this hospital bed, because if I sit down on a low chair or a low couch, I can't get up. I have to have Faye come to help me get up. But with the bed, I can push the button and make the bed go real tall so it stands me up, kind of like one of them lift chairs they used to sell. So I've got that. And it's a fully motorized bed. It's just like, it's a hospital bed. And they gave it to me, the VA. I was real happy. They gave me a wheelchair. And they just gave me a whole bunch of stuff to get me set up for mobility. And I'm using it. I really appreciate that they gave it to me, and I'm going to hang on to it. Hopefully I won't need it for too long. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the grits and eggs, buddy. One thing I have to say about the VA down in the kitchen, there must have been a Southern girl down there because, boy, I'll tell you what, I told them, I said, look, the food really sucks, but the breakfast is good. I could eat a lot of that. So they were sending me up them scrambled egg, biscuits, gravy, and grits. And boy, I looked forward to that coming every morning. It was really good. But the gravy that they had, there was no meat in the gravy because I'm on the salt diet, you know, the renal diet, which was okay though. I didn't have a problem with that. I don't need to have a lot of meat. This morning I had a little tiny piece of bacon about that big, my first piece of bacon in 2 months. But I got to watch the salt. I got to be real careful with that. I just missed going on dialysis the doctor said, you missed going on dialysis by a needle. He says you pulled out of it just in time. PET scan on Friday. Well, buddy Alex, I hope you get all turned around too. You know, this kind of sucks. This thing hit me out of the blue. I went from being a fully functional adult to where I couldn't even walk in a matter of just a few days. Is how that hit me. And you know, it's a shame how this happens, and it's not just me. It's a lot of people. While I was on the ward up there, you know, I couldn't believe how many people had the same thing, had the exact same thing I had. So, and you know, now they were doing different medicines on different ones, but you know, I do feel better. They finally let me out, and you know, I'm back at home with the babies. I love my little babies. I missed them. My wife, of course, she couldn't come. You know, she had to wait until somebody could give her a ride because, you know, it's far. It's an hour. It's about an hour from our apartment to the VA. And how many people are going to give you a ride and then sit and wait for you while you're visiting? You know, like when she came the first time, I said, look, don't stay long. You know, the neighbors nice enough to give you a ride here. Don't make them sit in the parking lot and wait. I told them to come up, but they wouldn't come up. They were shy. So I said, you just better go. So I didn't get a long visit. And, you know, me being a hands-on dad and loving my children and then not being able to see them, that hurts, guys. It really sucks. Hi, handsome. Why don't you show us your hat? Come here. Stick your head in the camera. There you go. That's Geronimo. Show him your dolly. We got our dolly today since we got home. And there's my handsome buddy, Maddie.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? My daughter came to visit me the day I got home. She picked me up. She actually picked me up at the hospital. And she brought her little daughter. And she brought my ex-mother-in-law, who I haven't seen for 24 years, a woman I always really cared for a lot. And she came for a visit too. They stayed most of the day until dark anyway. And I was really happy to see those guys. And she's going to come back on Sunday, but she's got some varicose veins in her leg, so she's got to go Friday morning. She's got to go in and have those pulled out, and hopefully she feels better enough on Sunday that she can drive out again, because her kids are off school, just like ours are. Supposed to be some kind of big eclipse coming up really soon, you know, so I don't know if we're going to see it. It's real cloudy here, you know, northeast, guys. You know, it's just cloudy this time of year. But I did notice we've got crocus are starting to stick up through the ground, and I saw some tulips. I saw some tulips today that are popping up. So, and it's staying light till 7:30 at night now. So, you know, this winter, we didn't have a bad winter here. It was a mild one. But I got a feeling once I get this chemo done and stuff, I don't know if I'm going to stay in this cold climate. I might head down south, somewhere down where Ronald lives, down by Dothan, Alabama. Maybe I'll meet Forrest Gump and get me some Bubba Gump shrimp. The other thing that happened to me with this chemo that's really weird, my hands quit working. I have hardly any feelings in my hands, and there's no strength in them. They hurt. They hurt. They just hurt most of the time. I don't know what the deal is up with that, but yeah, Paulie, it's looking like it's going to same thing happen here. I'm seeing tufts, not the full grass everywhere. I'm just seeing little spots where you'll see grass will grow up. It's like 2 inches higher than everywhere else. But the crocus are coming up, and I always love to see the crocus. But we got flood now. If you go out, you go out in the grass around the apartment building here, it's all wet. I mean, it's just sopping wet. You get your feet wet. When we went walking today, we were dodging puddles the whole way. So, but we didn't really get rained on hard, just a drizzle. And I loved my little chair because, as you know, if I started getting fatigued a little bit, I wouldn't say tired. It was more like fatigued. And then I got a Charlie horse, so I had to sit down and stretch that out. And you know, so everything seemed to work out. Kids are playing hide and seek in this house. My little babies. I sure did miss them. Yeah, we're still, Maddie got me a one of them car papers again. We're gonna still look for a car. We gotta get something. They're gonna, hey, whoa, 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 be careful with that, Moo. We still gotta find some sort of a buggy so that we can get around a little bit easier. We did our shopping today, and boy, it's rough because we had a shopping cart, and it's really easy to get back to our house, but there's stairs. So when we have the shopping cart, we have to go all the way around this big dental office and tack on 2.5 times the walk because we can't get a shopping cart down the stairs. And it won't fit through anyway because they got these poles in there. And then my walker thing wouldn't fit through either. I had to like collapse it to get through. So, we had a little bit of an ordeal trying to get all the food home. But I like our store across the street, our grocery store. We got plenty of good food. And then and the other nice thing too, they had electric buggies in there. So I let the kids push the little red buggy that I got here, and then I rode the electric buggy around the store, and we loaded up on groceries. And it was a month since we shopped, but they had plenty of food here, so they were doing pretty good. Plus when I was in the hospital, I wasn't eating that great. Hey, Muju. Still kicking, buddy.
Yeah,
I am still kicking. Lord willing, it'll stay that way. I hope so. I feel better, buddy. I do. I definitely feel like I'm getting better. I'm going the correct way. I'm not going the wrong way.
No.
I got some real coffee. So what have you guys been up to? I haven't been on for so long. My goodness, it's been a while. I got the other cameras. I don't know if they work. I didn't even try them. I just figured I'd go straight to the live because it's been so damn long. Hi, sweetie. Do you want to stick your head in and say hello?
Okay.
Hello.
My beautiful babies.
I'm Dorothy.
You're not Dorothy. You're Goofy.
Where am I gonna hide? Oh, where can I hide here?
Yeah, you can hide there. Hide under the covers behind me.
Me too. No, person.
They're playing hide and seek in a little tiny apartment. They told us though, my lease is up in July, and they told us that we have to move to a 2-bedroom. And we like this little apartment. It's only a 1-bedroom, but we got it all situated real nice with air mattresses, and now I got the hospital bed in here. But they said no, isn't that terrible? You're not free in this country to do stuff you want to do. I would like to just live here. But no, they're not going to allow me. They're going to, if I don't move out and get a 2-bedroom, they'll evict me. Isn't that just horrible the way, and these kids are doing just fine. If they seen the place we lived in the Philippines wasn't as big as this living room and the kitchen. This place is twice the size of where we used to live. And, but what are you going to do? They're gonna make us, the state of Ohio is going to make us get a bigger place. And I hate that because I do like this little place. Maddie and I have been here for, was it 8-9 months already?
Gotcha.
And we've been doing pretty good. Now the family's here. I went and got Faye a nice little bed to lay on, and we had the air mattresses already, so everybody's doing really good. So we're having a blast. Watch those electrical cords back there, Moo.
What foods can I help you with?
Let's see what we got. Well, I gotta wait. What I'm gonna do there, Ronald, we're gonna see what happens with the chemo and see how much better I get and what I do. This month I'm paying.
Can I have bubble gum?
Yeah, I can have some. I'm gonna pay like double the rent, and then when it's time to move out, if I have to move to a 2-bedroom or if I'm gonna move down south, I just want to make sure that I still got good health care and that I can move. But I don't want to stay in this cold weather. I know my daughter wants me to move to Pennsylvania to be closer to her and her kids and stuff, and I would like that, but guess what? That's just moving from one freezer to another. Next year it gets cold there just like here. It's a little farther from the lake. It's not as bad, But you get some damn bitter cold days there too, and my bones just can't take it no more. I want to go where it's hot. And Alabama, down where Ronald is, I've been researching that area now for the last, well, almost a year, nearly a year. And I just want some warm weather. I'm just sick of this cold. Yeah, I did. I checked out the VA. It's just nothing but a transfer. I can go to any VA in the world, even the one in the Philippines now, because I'm in their system now. I'm completely in their system, and they're working getting me over 30%. So that's really cool. As of right now, they're giving me the perks of being over 30%, and that's gonna change here in the next week or so. They got the veterans of foreign wars working on it for me, and they said it's pretty much a done deal. Just like they told me, when I couldn't get the VA, I couldn't even get in there because they said I was a reservist. I was never in the reserves my whole life. I got my DD-214 back and said I was a reservist because I lost my original DD-214. And they tried to give me some kind of bullshit. So, but we got the records. We wound up getting the records and straightened it out. Oh, sweetie, I'm not ready yet. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. No, she's making me something or other to eat. I'm going to talk a little bit longer, then she made me something good to eat. Finish my coffee. Yeah, buddy. Oh, okay. But yeah, I was really impressed with the quality of the nurses and the doctors at the VA. I was surprised at how many Doogie Housers there were. Lots of very young ones, but pretty sharp. I have to honestly say, they had this one big kid. I swear he looked like he was only in his 20s. And sharp as a tack. Man, that kid was sharp. So he got me fixed up. He was like my primary guy. And then my cancer doctor, I just liked that guy right off the bat. Looked like he'd be the kind of guy you want to stop up and have a beer with, so. Yeah, Ronald, I can transfer anywhere. Oh yeah, Paulie. Mine got taken care of, Paulie, after, because I had a whole bunch of people help. There was a guy down there named John, and because it was cancer, and when I went in there, I was a wreck. I mean, they wheeled me in on a buggy in there, and I wasn't leaving. And so, this guy just jumped all over it. He says, "I'm going to take care of you. Don't you worry." He said, "Because this is bullshit." He says, "I'm looking at this saying, no, there's something wrong here." Well, I already actually used the Philippines VA when I lived there, when I had to get those scans before. Okay. Yeah, Ronald, that's no kidding. There's nobody ever has too much money. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, what happened was, if any of you guys go to the Philippines, I made the mistake of shutting off my Social Security, okay? Because they said it doesn't work over there anyway, so why pay the premium? Don't do it. Because you can only turn it on one time a year, that's in February. And by the time I got everything turned back on, my Social Security, it was too late. It was just a royal pain in the ass trying to get covered on this. And they tell you, some people were telling me all the time, "Oh, you just show up at any hospital in the United States, they'll take care of you, blah, blah, blah." Ah, you're full of crap, whoever told me that. That's the biggest lie on the planet. They throw you out. They put me out of 3 hospitals. They put me out. Sorry, we can't help you. It's expensive treatment. And you don't get any treatment. If you go outside and die, too bad. They don't care. What do they care? It's getting like the Philippines now, so.
Oh yeah, he's behind. behind there.
Yeah, but the emergency room isn't going to treat you for chemo and all that kind of stuff, Paulie. They're not going to treat you for any of that. They're going to do emergency care to keep your carcass alive, but they're not. You can't keep coming back there and getting taken care of. I tried it; it doesn't work. But I was able to get into the VA because I was a vet, and they had some guys down there working for me to get me all set up, and it worked out. It worked out really good, and it's all paid for. Everything's paid. Even my hospital I went to before this, they're picking the bill up for that too. Because I had a couple ambulance rides and stuff like that, so they're going to fix me up on that too. They're picking up the bill on it. And if I have to go to the hospital, they will not take me all the way over to VA. It's too far. But they said go to the nearest hospital wherever the ambulance takes you, and then have your wife or somebody call this number, and they'll take it from there. So that was really cool. Yeah, Paulie, on the urgent care, I know it's all a big scam now. They don't want to treat anybody. It's all cash money now. How long have I been on here already? I don't see a timer on here. Oh, 26 minutes already. Cool. Cool. Let's see, Maximus. Yeah, Maximus, things are going great with the family. We're all reunited, and things are going really well. I have to say my wife's a real stand-up chick. You know, when the shit hit the fan, she didn't question anything. She just took care of business. So better person than me, I think. So that took care of that. So she's here, and she's been here a couple months already. Yeah, the medical bills will get you. I'm glad the VA picked up for me. And I got to get that supplemental third one. A lot of people are saying the best one's Humana Care. But VA's picking up all my prescriptions. I got a grocery bag full of pills yesterday, and they gave me this really cool pill minder. And I'm telling you got to have this thing. They gave me this thing, and my son Matthew and I spent about an hour and a half yesterday setting this up for the whole week to get these pills. And I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to do their program. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't take chemo. Do this, do that, and go see a shaman. He's going to blow smoke up your ass and all this stuff." No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow this one. I'm giving this a whirl. I'm betting my life on it, guys.
How did Matthew and Dorothy go?
I don't know. So that's where I'm at with that now. Yeah, Maximus, I got 5 more chemos to go. Yeah, Humana, that's the one everybody's telling me to get. So I went ahead and turned in the paper for that. And also I got the, I had the care through my insurance that's turned back on, so the kids are going to be all covered again. The only one who isn't covered is Faye. So what we have to do yet is, I don't have the money this month, but we're going to go push for her permanent resident status. And as soon as she gets that, they'll give her a Social Security number, and then we can insure her also. As soon as she has a Social Security number. So that'll be probably next month, because I'm putting half the money away this month, and then half next month, and we just got to get her done. The price went up on permanent resident for green card holders. It went up April 1st, so we missed it. I just didn't have the money, you know. We still got to get a car somewhere, even if it's just an old clunker, you know, just to be able to haul groceries and stuff home. So, but we can't seem to find, you know, a decent car. I was asking my wife, you know, sometimes people donate cars to churches and stuff, and I was going to ask her, you know, maybe we could find out from some churches around. Because years ago, when I was young and I got out of the Navy, I didn't have a big pile of money. I had money, but it was basically put away, and I didn't want to spend it. And I was staying at the YMCA, and I was walking to work. And I thought, I'm just not going to get a car right now. I was only a few miles from work, so I just walked to work.
But can I go
And,
to the gym?
yeah, and then I met a black fellow that had a church, and he says, "Hey, we got a car, and we can give it to you." And it was, hey, They gave me it was like a 19. It was the Bluesmobile. Remember the Blues Brothers, the movie? And they had that car, the old cop car. I had one of those. Basically, is what I had, and it ran good. I had it for probably over a year, and the church gave it to me. It was a church that this old black fellow went to. Somebody passed away, and they didn't want the car no more, so they donated it. And then instead of the church, just disposing it to the junkyard, they called me up and asked me if I wanted to come and get it, and they even paid for the registration and everything, and they actually bought me the first 1 month of insurance. But then I had a job. I wasn't making much back then. That was like $6.50 an hour, and but back then insurance was I think was $12 a month. So. Well, Ronald, she doesn't. I don't think this is her thing. I'd love to. Hey, Florida man, I wish I could have a Crown Victoria. They're dependable as all hell. Get that one with the little 4.6. And I rented one years ago when I came back to Ohio to visit my mother. And I've driven BMWs and I've driven Mercedes and stuff, and they got nothing on a Mercury. On a Mercury. I forget which model I had. Not the Crown Victoria is the Ford, but I had the Mercury model of it. And what a beautiful car. It had good power, it handled well. And they're dependable, they don't break down. I mean, people drive them, put hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. You take good care of them, they last forever. That 4.6 motor, there's nothing to them. They're just bulletproof. But I wouldn't mind having Mercury Marquis, that's right. Fantastic car. I did not want to give it back. I actually was contemplating buying it off the rental place. That's how much I liked it, and just driving it back to California instead of flying. It was such a nice car. Oh yeah, mail. I got to do the mail yet. I forgot. All right, I got a dinner plate over there. If you want to bring the salad over, I'm going to start eating on that.
Salad and rice and...
I just want to eat the salad for now.
This is Dorothy.
Thank you, baby. My sweetie made me a nice salad with vinaigrette. They want my K values up, but she got me peppers in here and carrots and all kinds of tomatoes.
Dorothy, bring the fan.
Oh yeah. My last 2 weeks in the hospital, I had a salad every day. They want my K values up, and I have to keep eating the same. No fasting, nothing like that.
Bring the fan here.
And they gave me these big weighted forks so that I could hold them because I keep dropping stuff. My hands quit working. The main pain I got in my body now that I'm taking painkillers for is my hands. And then I gotta have this weighted forks just so I can eat. Otherwise I'll drop my food all over. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right, Ronald. I think it's the weather. I think it's the warm weather is what's doing it. But she came down, we had snow, and she came to visit me in the hospital with her all bundled up like a little teddy bear. Poor thing, freezing her butt off, I'm sure. And I don't like the cold weather anymore, guys. I'm just not into cold weather at all. If I want cold weather, I'll stick my head in the freezer somewhere. Kids like it. But the kids, they're adaptable. These kids, you can stick these kids anywhere. But they don't want to go back to the Philippines at all. Hey guys, who wants to go back to the Philippines? Say aye. Who wants to go back? Not a peep. Anybody who wants to stay, say aye.
Hi.
Hear that? I did not hear Faye. Faye.
Want to go back?
She wants to go back to the Philippines. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope you're right. You gonna send us a postcard?
Huh?
You gonna send us a postcard?
Postcard?
No, postcard when you go back to the Philippines? Mm-hmm. Hello, kiddies, how are you? Mm-hmm. Hey, Maximus. Hey, you kids, come over to say hi one more time. Maximus wants to see you. They were on there already a little bit ago, but I'll run them by again. Here's my beautiful Dorothy.
Hello.
That's Maximus on there.
Who's that?
One of my subscribers. And there's my beautiful, handsome Maddie.
Hello.
Hey, come back here.
Hello.
That's too fast,
Hello.
Mr. Curly Top. Hey, Mo.
Mama, tawagan ni Papa mo.
Yeah, what she said. Thank you, Faye, for making me food. This is a really yummy salad, by the way. Too bad we didn't have some green olives. Yeah, the kids are doing pretty well. Hey, Mo. Moo.
I said, Mama, turn it off.
You can turn the one on in here, buddy.
What? What?
Come say hi to Maximus.
Who's that?
Maximus.
Hi. Bye-bye.
Elvira Subuana. Hello. That's new. I don't think I've ever said anything to you before, but hello there. Watching from Cebu. All right. Thanks for popping in, guys. I didn't know how many people, if anybody, was going to show up. I've been talking about this for a couple days, and I couldn't do anything at the hospital because my phone wouldn't support this. Now I'm on the Wi-Fi here at the house, so I got a really good strong signal. It's all the bars, but when I leave the Wi-Fi here and just even go down the hall, my phone service drops off to where it won't support doing a live. So, hey, Brent, there you are, buddy. How you doing, man? I'm still kicking, buddy. I see you are too. I'm glad to see it. Say hi to Miles for me. Yeah, they're definitely like it. We like the school here too. This was an area I grew up in when I was a little kid, and it's got like a top-notch. It's public school, but it's like a top-notch area. I've been trying to get my wife to take the tour of the school down there. I already did the tour of the school. It's unbelievable. You could eat off the floor in this place. It's got the most fantastic library for a grade school. You just wouldn't believe it. Yeah, Jim, I'm feeling a hell of a lot better, buddy. I mean, I went from night to day. I didn't think I was going to make it there for a while. You know what I mean? And you do, when that happens, you do a lot of talking to the Lord, that's for sure. It's kind of scary. But I just hope he gives me some more time with the children. I really do.
Amen.
The only thing that's different about the salad is at the hospital, they kept putting eggs in it.
Eggs?
Oh, Lolo, I got cancer.
Kumain ka na.
Big Boy Bear, can you say my name? Nick Het. Nick it? Yeah, I still have a brand new pair of rickshaw glasses in the box over here. I think I got one or two pairs left, still in the wrapper. Yeah, Lolo, you know he has risen. There's no doubt about it. So no matter what happens, I'm under no illusion. These are his children, not mine, and he'll see fit to take care of them as he sees fit, and I'll live as long as he wants me to. I do believe my days are numbered, just like all the rest of us. Hope you don't mind I'm stuffing my face, guys, but I was kind of hungry there after that nap. Yeah, you sure did, Bear, Ronald. Paid for all of it.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
What do you need, Papa?
And I'll just put this fork over on that plate for me, okay?
Maybe.
Book by the stream. Let's see. Max Mark.
Bigyan mo na food ni Papa mo. Ayaw nga. Dalabi ko.
Lolo Dixon. Where you from, Lolo? Kind of hard sitting without a support for my back. They gave me X-ray treatment too when I first got into there, and it kind of stiffened my back up. They said it helps helping the bone, but it kind of stiffened me up, and I have a mighty hunch, right, Dorothy?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but they said that's going to straighten out on its own over time. So hopefully it will. You know, when I went from 6'8", and then when they measured me at the hospital, standing up as straight as I can, I'm only 6'4" now. So, all right, Long Island. I haven't been to New York in a long, long time. Okay. Yeah, I want to get down to where it's a little bit warmer. I don't know about Florida, but I'm thinking Alabama. We'll see how it goes. We'll have to go investigate the area once I'm healed up. Well, I'll tell you what. The last time I was in New York was probably in 2006 or 2007 with my brother. He had a painting company. I'm telling you what, it was a shithole back then. It was horrible. We went to this place. They had the way they remodel these places. Every time they remodel these apartments, they get smaller because the wall had to be about 3 feet thick. They just throw more framing over top of the old stuff, and they put new electric and new plumbing in it. And he was renting a place for like it was $5,800 a month. This guy that we knew, and it was about as big as my living room. You know, it's the most ridiculous place I ever seen. And who the hell would want to live there? You went outside, you were bouncing into everybody, crime all over the place. I didn't think a whole lot of it. Oh my. I'll tell you one funny thing though, the damn chemo's making my hair turn dark. I guess instead of buying hair dye, you just get chemo. My hair's turning black again. But I still got, my feet are still a little bit swollen, but not as bad as they used to. They gave me some compression socks to take home. I wore those today. So, and I got some stuff to eat here yet. She made me some more food. You know, I can't reach that dang thing. Dang it! It's real hard for me to grab anything if I have to lean. I told them they could have turned that on in here. Oh, somebody locked this. Why did they do that?
This one.
I can't reach that. Thanks for helping, Dorothy.
Momo, I think.
Yeah, I told them they could turn the TV on in here. Why are they in there? Okay. Okay. Oh man, come on. I'm having the hardest time. It's not even a foot from me, and I'm having the hardest time getting my plate of food here. Oh, that's a heavy plate. Okay. Thank you, Mommy. Hey, Paulie, I haven't heard from Tropical Tim. I hear he's in the States. Right, Faye?
Texas.
Texas. I hear he's in Texas right now. But I haven't talked to Tropical Tim in a few months. I hope he's doing okay. Somebody sent me a text message, a real short one, one of his buddies, and said that he's not doing too well also. Yeah, of course, Lolo. You have to believe. If you don't believe, you're a goner. Florida man, it's called multiple myeloma. Maximus, we're not sure yet. As soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know. My wife just said they're in Texas right now. He's not in the Philippines. And I hope he's doing well. He's a good buddy. I've had it in my house many times, and he's just a stand-up dude, and I hope he's okay.
Want rice? More rice?
And we love his wife, too.
More food?
Ray.
Meron pa nito.
Complete ako. Ha?
Kakain mo yan.
Slice. Ayun po, kung rice din.
Yeah, we really like our store across the street. For me, that was a long walk that we took, but
Magsalad ka.
I like it once I'm in the store because they got the electric buggy, and I use it. I took the electric buggy, and I was the runner. I was running all around the store and grabbing stuff and throwing it in the cart. And I said, I'm going to spend $200,
Bacon.
and I don't count it up as I'm going. I just start putting stuff in the cart. And when we got to the checkout, it was $199.98. So I was 2 cents off of my goal. Oh yeah, Lolo. Hey, you guys, if you want to see a really good story about witnesses, there's a Nelson Walters on YouTube, and I never knew this before, but there were a lot of witnesses to the resurrection, and one of them was Pilate's top lieutenant. And you know, those guys fall asleep on duty and they kill them. That's what they're supposed to do. But they had his name and his statement to Pilate of what happened. Guys, you should check that out. It was a fantastic story. So check out Nelson Walters on YouTube. It's called The Witnesses. And there always has to be 2 witnesses to things. Well, there was a heck of a lot more than 2 witnesses when Jesus was resurrected. There were thousands, so. And the other good thing, my hair ain't falling out. I saw that one lady down at the cancer clinic when I was down there. She was wearing a wig because all her hair fell out. And I don't mean it fell out a little bit. I mean it fell out to where the skin on top of her head was shiny. And I said, oh, it all came out, huh? She goes, yeah, but all my friends chipped in and bought me a wig. I said, well, your wig looks pretty nice. She was like, oh, thank you. And she said she was real sick feeling for a while until they gave her some kind of a pain pill to help her get to feeling better. They shouldn't wait on that kind of stuff. Me, I've been lucky. I haven't felt sick at all since I started the treatment. So Dorothy, what do I look like?
Einstein.
She says I look like Albert Einstein. But you know what's really nice? I'm able to stand up and take a shower by myself now. You know, before I couldn't hardly even bathe myself. I couldn't get off the toilet myself. You know, it's just so. I'm really happy that things are going the correct way. Hey, Todd. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get those cameras working again and get the channel back up and running. We're gonna do something and see if we can finagle a way to get a car. And I'd like to take, if we can, I'd like to help support the car. I'd like to go around and start doing some of the things in this area. Like they got a fantastic zoo. Mondays the zoo is free. I can take the kids there. You know, all this stuff you have to have a car though. And that's our big goal right now is getting a car and insurance. That we can afford, you know. So I've got all my license and everything, but I have the motorbike still, but we all can't ride around on that. Somebody said sell the bike, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell that bike. I'm going to just as of right now, you know, if we need to do a quick trip somewhere, and if I have to, once the weather warms up, if I have to go to the VA or run all the way across town, they're not coming with me anyway. I can just jump on the bike and go. So, you know, that's my freedom. At least I'll be able to make my appointments and stuff. And Faye don't ride anyway. Her feet on that motorcycle, her feet are way up off the ground. You haven't even seen it yet, have you, Faye? She hasn't even seen the motorcycle yet. And that's about all I can eat. Hey, Maddie, you want to help me eat this?
I don't like salad.
Huh?
What is it?
No, it's meat.
Oh, I'll eat it.
Yeah, you come help me eat that. That's about that. I'm full. I can't eat anymore. Island Trekker. Hey, all right. Well, what happened was when Faye came from the Philippines, she wanted to shave my beard, so she shaved my beard. And then when I went in the hospital, they got me on warfarin, which is Coumadin, and they don't want me shaving. When I was in the hospital, they took all my razors away because they're afraid I was going to bleed out. So I'm just going to grow my beard again. That's just the way it's going to be. My one buddy over there that helped us out with the trip, I hadn't heard from him, but he said he was at the store and somebody stole his phone. He set it down, turned around, somebody stole his phone. And you know, he's one of these guys that it took him 2 weeks to get another phone, 2-3 weeks to get another phone. And he got a phone. I just started talking to him again last night, so I was really happy to hear from him. He's in Cebu also. I met a lot of really good people when I was in the Philippines, so don't get me wrong. I met some really good people. Was glad to meet them, but I'm here, and I don't think I'll be going back. I really don't. We have a house over there. That's the way it goes. Nope, hair's still in there. It's kind of frizzy because I didn't put any oil in it, but you should have made more of your life, worked harder. I made a pretty good life. I don't have any problem with it. Sammy's passport. That was my buddy's little boy, Sammy. Well, you know something? Everybody gets in a bind there, Steve. You've never been in a bind in your entire life? Ever? You know, I had good stuff. I had it made, and then what happened was there was a divorce went on, and everything got taken. I mean, everything, house, cars, college funds for the kids, all that was just taken. I mean, it was a huge amount of money. So what was I supposed to do about that? The court did that. There was nothing I could do about it. It was just gone, and that's hard to replace. You know, when you build, 20 years of a lifetime and put away and get ready for retirement and all that, and then it's just gone. What are you supposed to do? You know, and I'm not begging. Somebody wants to help out, they can. If not, that's their business. You know, right now we can't swing it. I'm on fixed income. I took Social Security. I retired last year, and that's all I get right now. I get that, and I get my pension from the union. That's it. And I have 3 kids, so that's just the way that goes. But I mean, if you're going to sit and look down at people like that, go somewhere else, man. I don't need you here. I know lots of people that ran into hard luck, and I've helped people throughout my entire life, all through the years. And it just happens. It happens all the time to lots of good people. So I ain't going to sweat it. Island Trekker Gary. All right, Gary. Yeah, but we'll get something. We'll get some sort of a vehicle coming up here. You know, it'll happen. You know, the only bad thing is I don't want to get into any kind of a payment on like somebody said, oh well, why don't you just go buy a new car? Well, yeah, and then I got a payment and I got a high insurance, and then we got no money, and then we're really hurting. Then we're really having to beg, and I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to beg for food. So I mean, as of now, without a car, we're making it. I mean, I guess we're making it. We can't complain too much. So, but it would be nice to have wheels again. You know, in the Philippines, you can live your entire life without a car, and you can travel. Here, forget it. You're a nobody without a car. That's for sure. My daughter wanted me to go to Pennsylvania. There's a place you don't have a car in Pennsylvania, you get killed. They don't even have sidewalks on a lot of the roads where she lives. You know, it's out in the sticks, out in the country. Get eaten by some coyotes or something. Yeah, Ronald, I'm thinking things are going to work out. Things will definitely work out.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna play my game now.
Okay. Play
I
it. Just
finished
don't.
all my food.
Good boy. Don't put it too loud, though, okay? You can pull that over there. You can pull the chair over there a little
I'm gonna
bit.
stay right by you.
Okay. You can stay by me. I'm not going anywhere. That's nice. Your feet can dangle. You got to get a bath tonight, Mr. Stinky.
Next year. Is there school tomorrow?
No, but you're getting a bath
Is there
tonight.
school day after
You're getting a
tomorrow?
bath tonight.
Oops, I
Okay.
did that. I put that alarm.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, Ronald. We bought I picked up a gun safe, because the kids, I got the pistol and the rifle and stuff, and then he's got his 22. So we picked up just a sheet metal El Cheapo gun case to put the guns in. We got to build that today, Maddie.
Today? Mm-hmm. What time?
Well, as soon as we're done with the live, and then we're going to put those up in there.
Let's see.
You can stick your head over here, but I don't move it.
31
It's
people, 17 likes.
Huh? Yeah, sure. We got a few people
Aye.
popped in.
If I had my phone, I would join you live. I don't have my phone.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, you can use the AR to hunt with.
Papa. Papa.
Oh yeah, Maximus. That's how she speaks to him. She speaks to him in Tagalog, and they're definitely not going to lose that. What?
I can join you on my Nintendo.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm playing a game.
okay. Well, you can play your game. We got him one of them Nintendos for his birthday. I missed his birthday. I was in the hospital, but we got him a, what is that, a Nintendo Switch? Got him one of them Nintendo Switches, so, which is he likes it. And they all play it. They got there's some kind of games that they play. I'm not really
My
into that
favorite
kind of
game
stuff,
is
but
Fortnite.
Fortnite, he plays some game named Fortnite. I don't know how that works, but
I do.
my daughter knows how to play it in Pennsylvania, and his well, that would be your nephew. His nephew is what 8 years older than he is. Yeah, I could definitely use it in Bama, Ronald, and Pennsylvania I can use it, but Ohio they don't allow you to use it here to hunt deer with. I could go out target shooting and stuff like that, but it's a monster. I got to go up as soon as I'm on my feet and able. Every day I'm going to try to walk a little bit farther, and I'm going to walk up to the gun shop one day and pick up some ammo for that and see if I can get out to the range somewhere. No, Maximus, they're not losing anything. We're already doing that. That's the way that's been going since the time they were babies. They're not going to lose their Tagalog. And they don't really look like Filipinos, so people are surprised when Filipinos come and start talking. Like at the hospital, there's lots of Filipinos up at the VA, and they're surprised when the kids understand what they're saying. They're just shocked. Like little American babies that understand Tagalog. Well, they were born there. They were born in the Philippines. That's their home country. They're American citizens now, and that's an expensive thing to do with that. Birth abroad paperwork you got to do and getting the passports and all that stuff. I got a boatload of money tied up into getting these guys citizens, but it got them here, no problem. It was a piece of cake bringing them here. And we got Faye's visa, so she's good for 10 years. And next month we're going to file her permanent status because her husband's an American citizen and her kids are American citizen, and I'm sick. I need her here. So it seems like it's going to be a no-brainer for her to get permanent resident status. Hello, Lawrence. Starting to talk like an American kid. Who's that? Maddie? He's always been talked like an American kid to me.
So,
They can switch in between their mother and me at the drop of a hat in the language, and they don't miss a beat. None of the kids. They're all pretty smart. I have to say they're very quick-witted. All of them. So, we already got what do we got? We already got a little over an hour of here. That's me, buddy, Lawrence. Oh, I gotta lean back. My back is a little bit sore. But guys, I'm glad I'm back on. I'm glad there's some of you guys popped in to say howdy. Some of you guys I don't remember from before. I'd like to get the channel up and running again. I've got the laptop, but everything got put away. I was in the hospital for a month, so everything got sort of shoved in the closet. So I'd like to get, and I don't want to pull it out because that's our dinner table now. So I want to get myself a little office or something where I can have it. I got my green screen on the
you
wall.
need an office.
And I'd like to get set up again so I can do some videos for you guys, some vlogs. I'd like to take the cameras out. If I get my little cameras working, go outside and get some beautiful scenery. Like we got some tulips growing outside. We got crocus already popping up. I think it's kind of early for that kind of stuff.
Okra.
But I even see a couple of trees are starting to put buds on them. So that's really interesting. I don't remember ever this early, the beginning of April, but it's there. And we did not have a super cold winter here. I have to say, since I lived in the Northeast, this was the mildest winter we ever had.
I couldn't do the listening for 30 minutes.
No, you don't do it for 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
I mean 30 seconds.
Yeah. I bought her some Listerine,
It's
the brown
too,
one.
strong.
She wanted some. It's pretty strong, huh, baby?
My tongue is numb.
Yes, of course it is. Yeah, but you're good. You're keeping your teeth real clean. Show everybody your beautiful choppers. Come on. You got beautiful choppers. Check this out. Look at them beautiful teeth our baby's got.
Let me see him. Hey, there's something.
And me, I got old snaggly, craggly teeth. Arrgh.
Oh, funny noises. Meow.
Yeah, we're seeing buds on some of the trees here, and it was today. I had a jacket on, but it was unzipped the whole time. It was not cold. The only thing that got cold was my hands. Yeah, well, Chicago. You know, I lived in Chicago for a short while. That's the Windy City, and I remember, the blizzard of '78. I was there. I was in Chicago in the blizzard of '78, guys. That was really something. You couldn't even see the street from the sidewalk. The snow was so high. Oh yeah, buddy, I like that balut. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I sure as heck can eat it. And I like them little dried salty fish that my wife used to get in
Yeah,
the Philippines,
but
but
you can't eat 'em now.
we can't find it around here. They don't sell it around here at all, do they, Faye? Them salty fish, the dying.
No.
Yeah, you can't
eat
find
'em.
it anywhere.
You can't eat anything salty.
And that used to be my bacon in the mornings, but I got to watch the salt anyway. So
Yeah.
this morning, believe it or not, I had my first piece of bacon in about 3 months, and it was only a piece about maybe this big, about as big as my thumb. Because I like bacon, but I got to watch the salt. Well, we got to go all the way into the city, Maximus, and that for us, that's just it's an impossibility, you know. Yeah, Sal. It's glad it all turned around and worked out for the best. I got a stand-up little woman that's helping me out. I mean, she actually had
I'm in a game.
a couple weeks there where if it wouldn't have been for her picking me up off of anything, I wouldn't have been able to even go to the can. She's as strong as a bull. She gets up underneath me, and she's able to pick me up because I had some time there I couldn't even walk. I just couldn't walk. I couldn't get to my feet by myself. Once I was on my feet and near a wall and holding on, I was okay. But if it wouldn't have been for her, I wouldn't have been able to get to my feet in the first place. So it's all having a good woman, and I have to admit, she's
Yeah, that's what I always say. Meow. Meow.
well. I'll tell you what. I got all that stuff that's salty right now. I have to watch it because of the kidneys. I'm on a renal diet right now. That's why I was in the hospital so long, because my kidneys were shutting down. Every day they said you're one needle away from getting what do they call it, dialysis. So, and I didn't have to get it. So they just kept waiting and hoping for the best, and it got better. No sound. I don't know what you mean, Todd. I hope my sound didn't go off. Oh, okay, it's back now. Okay. Yeah, you know what happened? The alarm clock started ringing. This phone, I didn't turn the clock on. Somebody played with the phone and put the clock on. So it shuts everything else
I was
off.
setting an alarm, but I actually put it on.
Well, don't set it. This is my phone.
Yeah.
Don't set any alarms on this phone. You can use this phone, but it's not yours.
I know.
So don't put alarms on it. I don't want alarms on these damn phones. Every time I turn around, I got a phone ringing somewhere. Yeah, but I got I got my one big phone here still working. We got to go down and get my wife a phone yet. We're trying to find a good deal on it. She's got her phone from the Philippines that only works here on the Wi-Fi, and she has no phone number. And I said, you got to have a phone here in case something happens. So when we get our neighbor lady, she's gonna take us to Walmart because I got to get the kids some dressers this month. I got to get some dressers, and we're gonna see if I can get my wife a phone. She can use her little phone from the Philippines in the house here, but maybe a flip phone or something so that if we need to contact her. Yeah, we just picked up some. What was that bacon we bought, guys, today? Come on, remember?
It's working again.
We picked up some bacon at the store today. It's a real good bacon.
It's broken.
It's not Sugardale,
It
but
was jammed. Okay, well.
it always sits next to the Sugardale. Like I say, I can't eat it. I love bacon. I would love to have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich right now, but I can't have one.
I recommend you not using those.
So I just watched the salt. I did see in the store they had low sodium bacon. I never heard of that before. That's how you pack meat. You salt it. So that's weird.
No.
Thank you for cooking dinner, Mommy. That was yummy. Oh. Yeah, and I went to, my stupid rent here. I didn't pay my rent for a while. And dang, if they didn't try to tell me I needed to give them $66 to pay my rent. You guys hang on. Maddie, can you talk to them for a minute?
Yeah.
Sit on the bed here and talk to them for just a minute. I have to pee.
Hello. Hi.
That's a big bottle, Dorothy.
Huh? It is. Because you said we're going to get the big bottle.
Yeah, good.
And look, I really...
Oh, yeah. You can mix that with water. That's what camp's for.
Huh?
Yeah, you can just use a little bit of water in there.
Okay, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, get some distilled water and make yourself a little cup in there.
Okay.
Momo.
When I'm gonna do some.
Okay, I'm gonna come sit down in bed. I'm coming.
They didn't have to do.
No?
They one with a long message.
Okay, wash my hand.
A good thing I didn't rip it off.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, that's what do we got here, Maximus. Oh yeah, he's got a pretty nice bike. Hey, Timothy.
Who had a pretty nice bike?
Yeah, I want to continue vlogging there, Tim. That's for sure. Momo, he's doing pretty good, guys. He doesn't misbehave too often. Sometimes he's a crybaby, though, right, Mo?
Yeah.
If he doesn't get his way, he'll throw a tantrum. So we're doing our best to ignore that. Right, Mo? See, now he's doing his best to ignore me. Yeah, but he's toughening up. Maddie's doing well. Dorothy's doing well. They're doing really good in school, which I'm happy of. They like their school. They pick up the bus right out front here.
A Nerf gun.
And I just don't like the fact they're going to make us move out of this apartment. We might see if we can rent a house around here. And we'll see. What I would like to do is if I move down south, I'd like to just buy a house when we get down there. I was looking at Zillow down there, and you can pick up a house down in
Lego.
Yeah, you could pick up a house down where Ronald lives for well under 100,000. I'm talking 50 grand. And I saw some really nice houses. You know, they were old people's, and the old people either went in a home or when they lived with the family, and that was their old homestead. And they're on maybe sitting on an acre or 2 or 3 or 4 acres, and you know, for 50, 60 grand. And I can get the GI loan. Yeah, Todd, Mumu means ghost. That's how he got his name. I named him Geronimo. I gave him a good strong name. And then when we were at the ultrasound at the doctor's office, the lady had a big screen up on the ceiling, and she was doing an ultrasound on my wife. And Geronimo and Maddie and Victoria, or Maddie and Dorothy saw him, and they said Mumu, like a ghost. So that's how he got his name, Mumu. They named him that. I gave him that beautiful name of Geronimo, and everybody calls him Mumu. But I like Geronimo because he never gave up. They murdered him, but he never gave up. That was my motto. Like the movie Galaxy Quest with Tim Allison, never give up, never surrender. That was my motto in school. No matter what, don't give up.
Look at the sniper.
Yep. Geronimo. There you go, Maximus. Geronimo. Right, Geronimo?
Hey,
We just fixed your name. Maximus fixed your name for you.
Geronimo, come here.
He's over there smiling. He's making faces at us now. Geronimo.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Dave. It's just going to sit there for right now. I don't know what to do about it. I would love to have the money, and then I could buy a house here with it.
Oh, the door's gonna slam.
Geronimo.
Geronimo.
I hear you over there. Okay, just make sure you don't make don't make any noise in the hall, okay? That guy might turn you in again.
No, we're going over to the gym.
Okay, all right. But don't throw any more balls in front of his door or anything, because he's a tattletale. 50-year-old guy, and he's nothing but a big tattletale.
Yeah,
Why,
big
they said, he said, you are a fraud.
Who's a fraud?
You,
Who said that?
the freedom finder.
Freedom Finder? Where's that? Oh, Ricky Drama, Jesus criminy. That guy, he goes around and he thinks just because he's a womanizer that everybody else in the whole world's nothing but a womanizer. What a joke. And people believe him, you know. I don't know what's up with that guy. That's his shtick. He doesn't just do that to me. Everybody to him is a fraud.
I saw him.
You know, he's just a terrible little butthurt little man. And I feel sorry for people like him. But he did slander us on his channel. You know, he can't prove that. He said I got all these babies from the call centers and all this kind of stuff. That's slander, guys. I mean, he's just a horrible little creature. But these guys that are womanizers, they think everybody's exactly the same as them. They don't realize that there's actually people that are family men, and they love their family. And the last thing in the world I would ever do is go with some other woman and take a chance on ruining this family. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, that's that dang Ricky Drama. But just look at his channel, how he cuts everybody down. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter whose channel he talks about. He's cutting everybody else down so he can feel good about himself. He's just a little tiny man, a little tiny person, and it's very, very sad that there's people like him that exist in the world, but that's just the way it is.
Of course, when you're sick leave, you're not gonna let them to see you in trouble,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, that guy, that Ricky Drama guy,
Just say thank you to them.
yeah. Ricky Drama's he's not a nice
It's
person.
okay, there's a lot of good people also.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of good people.
Let them.
Yeah, a lot of people could say I'm a fraud. They could say that all they want. They don't know me. The people who know me, Yeah, Maximus, my wife is on the other. We got the other phone, the little tiny phone we have mimics this one because it's the same. This phone has a no SIM. You don't have to put a SIM card in it to have the phone number. The old phone has the SIM card in it, so they're tied together. So that way, if we're doing something online, they're both little tiny phones. One of them's a Samsung, one of them's an iPhone, and small ones. So that way she could check out the chat and stuff. But yeah, I don't give much time to that Ricky Drama guy.
And
I know.
someday we're gonna have lots of money, then we're gonna help people also the way they
Yeah.
help you.
No, we've done that in the past. I have anyway.
Tell them in the Philippines we have
You know.
more than enough.
Oh, in the Philippines, we helped lots of
We're
people in the
not
Philippines,
poor.
didn't we?
Here, that's why I don't like America. I want to go back to the Philippines.
Yeah,
Here,
well,
my goodness.
you're staying here. Sorry.
Yeah, you're staying here. You can't go back.
In the Philippines, we have people.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go,
We
Todd.
have
That's for
people
sure.
also.
That's for dang sure. But when we were in the Philippines, we never said a whole lot about it, but we knew tons of people that were, down on their luck. And in the Philippines, we had, with my pensions and everything, and with the house and the car and all that, we were doing extremely well for ourselves. Back here, it's a different story. It's just expensive. Because we got rent. My rent's $1,100. And then you got electric bills running a couple hundred. It just starts chewing the money here. But when it comes down to when we were in the Philippines, we had all kinds of money. I mean, we had money left over at the end of every month, and there were lots of folks that we knew, not because they asked, just because we knew they were, having a rough road, and we didn't mind helping. And my wife's very generous, and we did not mind helping anybody. It's a gift. I mean, I've had people help me in the past when I was young, and like that movie, Pay It Forward. Just pay it forward. Help people out if you can. That's the way we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to all be brothers and sisters and help each other, instead of being like some people saying, "Oh, well, look at you. You're just nothing but a grabber. You're a beggar." So, what happens when you get in a spot like that? You kill yourself because you turned into a beggar? I mean, come on, give me a break. People run into trouble. It happens all the time. Yeah, it's a Christian thing to do. It's still there, Maximus. It's still sitting in front of the house.
Banana.
I wish I had that car here. Boy, what a good car that was. But you can't bring them here.
Yep.
Too much money. But we'll eventually get something. Hey, where'd you put that car paper? We got to remember to get that.
What car paper?
It's the car paper you picked out of the car thing today on the way
I'll
home.
give to you.
I don't know where it's at.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you put it in that. You put it in the thingy, but I don't know where it's at.
What's the...
In the plastic bag.
I forgot.
Yeah. No, it's getting driven. The neighbor drives it from time to time. We know all about this stuff, Maximus. I'm not going to let a car just sit and rot and go bad. It's taken care of already. We're just letting the neighbor drive it. He'll drive it once a week. Keep the air in the tires and keep new fuel running through it. So he takes it to work once a week. So it's a shame that they don't make it easy to bring something like that here. Just like the dogs too. We had to leave our dog when we left the Philippines. I wished I could have had her here. My beautiful little puppy dog.
Shaky. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of this stream.
Yeah, we've been going for 84 minutes already.
84
That's pretty
minutes?
cool. Well, I don't feel too bad, guys. A little bit of a sore back right now. But not too much.
The vehicle in the Philippines.
Yeah, about
See, I have a friend who pay for the last 3 months. Then there's Of course, I wanna put for sale,
Yeah.
ongoing for sale.
Okay. I'm not going back to the Philippines.
Nope.
I'm not going back to the Philippines for
Okay.
nothing. I'm not jumping on a plane. I do not want to be there. If Faye wants to go to sell that stuff, it's all in her name anyway. You can't own anything if you're a foreigner
No,
in the
someday,
Philippines.
that's for the babies.
They're not going to stay there. They're American babies. They're not going back to the
I'm
Philippines.
staying here.
Every year, the
Every year they can go stay at a motel
no,
if they want to
can
go
do
back,
the
or they can
higher-
buy their own house.
the house.
We need
the
a house.
higher
We need to
price.
sell that and buy a house here. This is where we live now. We don't live in the Philippines anymore. I gave you over 10 years in the Philippines. Now it's your turn.
I guess stay a million years here.
I wanna walk. I wanna work to clean all their ass.
Yeah, I wish I could bring that Honda from the Philippines here. That was a great car.
It's
Love that little car. Easy on gas. I think the whole time we had it, we were getting right around 40 miles to the gallon in it. Of course, they mix the fuels different over there. You know, I couldn't believe the mileage vehicles got over there. You know, it was nothing to see cars getting 50 miles to the gallon over there. Well, here in this country, they put stuff to make the fuel burn more, you know, because of the taxes, the way they run the taxes. So they want you to burn a lot of gas so that you pay a lot in taxes. So what does it says? What have the other kids seen in the past couple of months there, Rick?
There's infinite.
The other kids? I don't know what you mean, the other kids.
The other kids like Victoria, I think.
Oh, I don't know, Victoria. She's doing good. She's going to be back on Sunday with her daughter. I haven't met my one granddaughter, but my daughter Victoria, she's really big. People don't realize she's like 6'2". She goes about 200 pounds, and then her boy's pretty big, and she's got a little daughter. How old is her? 8 years old, and she's double the size of Maddie. I mean, she's a real monstrously big kid. And then she's also got another little baby, the youngest, 5-year-old, that's super tiny. I mean, you know, it's just funny how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, Maddie's playing his little, what's that game called?
Oh, Fortnite?
Oh, that's Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are you doing to that barrel?
I need more.
You're punching the barrel.
I have one.
Oh, okay. Now he's punching a fence. Oh, you can punch a metal fence and make it disappear.
It breaks.
Oh, cool. You need some motor skis. Yeah, the graphics on that isn't too good compared to some of the games I've seen. I watched in the store the one day that
No, this one has good.
it was like a combat game where they had tanks and stuff, World of Warcraft or something like that.
Apollo
Boy, that was
chicken.
really something.
A
It looked
chicken.
real.
A
You know,
chicken. No, chicken. Goodbye, chicken.
yeah, they've pretty much done some school stuff, and
Yeah.
you know they've only been here 2 months,
Yeah.
and this last month I've been in the hospital, so they've been kind of
Yeah.
cooped up in here, cabin fever. They don't seem to mind it too much, but that's just what happened. What happened right now? We got to get through this damn thing, and when we get out and about, get some wheels underneath us, we'll be doing a little bit better. We're hoping anyway. Well, you know what I would love? I would love to put a sidecar on the side of my Kawasaki, but it's going to cost as much as the motorcycle costs. I priced out a legal sidecar in this country, and it's about $6,000 installed. So that was the price of the bike, basically. But that would be nice to have for like grocery getter and stuff like that. I could run up and fill the groceries, and I loved my tricycles in the Philippines. I mean, we drove those. You know, if I had the tricycle, we took the tricycle, left the car at home unless we were going for a big trip or something. And I've had people, there was a fellow down in southern Ohio here that I knew for years. He builds tricycles. I called him about a tricycle, and he was saying about how the Filipino tricycles are junk and all this stuff. And I was like, I hate when people open up their mouth and say something's junk without even looking at it. You know what I mean? I've had that last tricycle I had built. Boy, that was just a top notch. That guy did a fantastic job on that tricycle. You know, just sturdy as could be, solid as a rock.
Papa, it's slippery and snow.
Yeah, and we really liked that tricycle. Sold it, you know, wound up selling it, but didn't lose anything. I would love to have a legal tricycle to cruise around here on.
Then you're dead. Yeah.
Well, they're getting away with building them, Ronald, in California. There's a Filipino trike builder in California now. He's up towards San Francisco, and he's actually got pictures of where he's on the highway on one, but it's not on like a 125 motorcycle. He's got them on like 400s, 400cc or 650cc, and they're Filipino tricycles, is what they are. And he's building them and selling them. So I guess he got, he's got the legal lights and all the stuff he needed to get to make it legal. Well, you know something? Maddie and I were here in the summertime last year. We have the pool outside, and we did our nature walks down into the park and stuff. We'd like to get out and do some shooting. You know, he's got that 22, and we got a BB gun. He's sharing his BB gun with his brother and sister. And we got to build our gun safe today after we're done with this, so we can lock all that stuff up. But, you know, I'd like to get them out. There's a place in the back of the parking lot, and we can go over there. Yeah, you can have some. We can go over there and set up targets with the pellet gun. Can't do it with the 22, but with the pellet gun. And what we did was we took some string and we hung some cans off the trees, and Maddie was blasting those, and I want to get the other kids to, you know, get used to shooting, and hopefully get them hunting, especially if we go down south, you know, where Ronald is. That's a hunting culture down there. The only mistake I made when it came to the AR was with the heavy front barrel. I mean, it's just stupid. It's just when you pick it up, the front end is so heavy on that thing. And I wasn't paying attention. I want to get a lightweight. I would love to have a lightweight barrel. I'll swap that one off with somebody. But yeah, the whole family, once the weather warms up here, it's going to be nice. And as the chemo and all this stuff ends, we're going to try to see if we can make the move down south. And I do have some family up here, but, you know, we can always come visit. I think we could do a little bit better down south. You know, with the warm weather, that's gonna be better for all of us, I think, because I'm just not a cold freak anymore. I used to like it. I used to not mind the cold too much, you know. But how do you like the cold, Faye?
Nice.
You like the cold weather?
Yeah.
I like, but of course, up to my bone.
Yep. She don't like her bones being frozen. But pretty soon they'll be opening up the pool again. Remember? The only thing I didn't like about the pool here,
No choice, I'm here.
that I did not like about the swimming pool here, is you'd see these girls would come down there,
Yeah.
and then basically they were wearing 2 Band-Aids and a cork. You know, you don't do that. There's a bunch of the kids here in this building, and they're all swimming, and you got some woman she's completely shaved, and she's got a little patch that's no bigger than a square inch going over her little, you know, thing. And that's, you know, that's for another time. You don't take that to a public pool where there's little, you know, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. I just
No,
didn't think
Papa.
that was right.
Papa.
I don't know if we're going to see it here in Ohio, but we'll
Papa,
check
wait,
it out
Papa.
there, Sal.
When you see that again, you can like call you can go to the office and like tell them, and they can kick them out.
Yeah, I know. They got rid of some of them before, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting people at the pool that didn't even live here, just showing up and causing a bunch of trouble at the pool. They had one black dude that didn't even live here, and he got like focused on me for some reason. I'd just be sitting in the chair and he'd just come up and start staring at me like this. And I was asking somebody, I said, where does he live? And they said, oh, he lives over in that neighborhood over there. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing here? You know, he's some kind of, they said that he's, mental, something mental, but I didn't chase him out or anything. They wound up coming down and put him out 5 or 6 times until they finally called the police on him last year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's already met quite a few there, Jim.
Oh.
She's met some Filipinos already. She went to church. Them and the kids went to church with the Filipino family that she met here.
They are all kind people.
And I met some nice Filipinos when I was at the VA center. A fellow named Bob. He's got a Filipino wife. I'll probably be seeing him again. I got his number. So
Momo, Mati.
nice folks. There you go. So we'll be seeing some Filipinos here. That's for sure. And she's got the kids. She can speak all the Tagalog she wants to the kids. Right, Faye?
What?
Yeah.
What?
No,
Huh?
we don't go to Catholic church. I said you can talk to the kids in Tagalog all you want.
Oo naman.
Yeah. But no, I was actually born and raised. My father was what they call a Roman Catholic. And, I got out of basically a born again Christian, you might call it. I don't know if they call it that. Church of Christ is where I went to for years and years. But like here, we went to a church right up the street here, and I hate to say it, but basically it was nothing but a rock and roll band. And the dude, he spent a total of probably 2 or 3 minutes on speaking something out of the Bible. The rest of the time he was asking for money. They said they had a water main broke at the far end of the building and they needed money to fix it. Well, wait a minute, there's insurance for that. And if you're leasing a space from a company and their water main breaks, they have to fix it. So it was all, to me, it seemed like a big scam, and then they were playing the music so loud, it was making my chest hurt. It was actually making my heart beat funny, like an earthquake. And I didn't dig that.
Me neither.
Oh, okay, Alan Tracker, I got you. That's Sammy. That's why when you said Sammy. Okay. It took it took me a minute to put everything together, but when I did see Sammy, I was starting to get it there. Mr. Island Tracker. Yeah, we might be able to see it here in Cleveland if it's going through Buffalo. I don't know. One of the things I want to do to the kids this summer, and I'm going to do my best to do it, is I want to take them up to Niagara Falls and take them on the Maid of the Mist and all that kind of stuff. I'll work on a trip. We can get like a bus tour for that. I've seen that. I've already seen that. There's advertisements for that, to where we got to meet at a spot somewhere over here in Strongsville, and you jump on the bus and you pay your price and you get to stay a couple nights. And even if it costs $1,000, I'd love to take them on that ride on the Maid of the Mist and walk underneath the falls. And I think the kids would get a big kick out of that. Faye too. Yeah, Ronald, that's the same way I am. You either believe in him or you don't. You don't have to be a certain church to believe in
Go to
God.
Bethel Christian Church.
Yeah, well,
It's not a Catholic church.
yeah, I know. It's not a Catholic church.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Yeah, we'll see. It's pretty cloudy here now, and we've got a good bit of a week to go through. We don't know what the weather's going to do. I'll have to look at the weather app on my phone and see how things are going. Wow, I'm glad a lot of you guys came and stuck on here for a while. I'm really, really happy you guys are here. Just for me popping up out of the blue like this, and you coming in here and yakking for a while. Already been on here for almost 100 minutes. That's pretty cool. And it was just, I just said, I got to make a live and thank all the people that helped us out. And Island Tracker, especially you, he's the guy who put together the tickets for Faye. He's the one he took care of everything. I didn't have to do a thing.
Thank you so much.
He took care of all the tickets, getting everything done, and we really appreciate that, like you wouldn't believe, buddy. It made it smooth and easy, and she's here now. So, and here she's gonna stay, right, Faye?
Yes,
Yeah.
because of you.
That's right, because of me.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
because me.
That's right, because of me.
It's okay. I'm the one gonna adjust here.
There you go. I adjusted to the Philippines for
Yes,
11
my
years.
turn.
Yep. Now it's your turn. Wait, Maddie, go get me my flag.
No.
Go get me my flag.
Where's my what? Your flag?
Yeah, you give mommy her flag and give me my flag.
I don't know where the flags are.
That's my
Oh,
flag.
there's your flag.
No, give me my flag's this
No.
one. No,
My flag
no,
is
this is
Philippines.
no, that's my flag.
Why? Okay. Oh,
You
here's
take
your
that flag. I got my flag.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here's my flag. Sorry guys, I have a tiny US flag because I'm just
And we gotta look up here. We got something on the wall up here. I don't know if you can see it.
Thank you so
we gotta
much
move
for
my
the
big head.
help, guys.
Yeah.
I wish someday we're gonna help people also.
Yeah, we have in the past though, and we never really minded it when we were in the Philippines. We helped a lot of folks, and it makes you feel better. I'm telling you guys, when you can help somebody out without asking for anything in return, it makes you feel better. It always has made me feel that way. So yeah, Roy, you know that, huh? Yeah, you know what's really cool? I can go in that bathroom and turn on all the hot water I want. Now, they did have a little bit of problem with my water line here when I first got here, and it just seemed like it was following me around, but they rectified it. They had to redo the main pipe, and they did. They went in there because I complained. I said, look, if you have to, just move me somewhere else. I was the first one on the line, so the hot water was bypassing me. So I'd be in the shower and it would be real hot, and then it would get real cold and hot and cold, and it was like, oh, come on. Here I am back to that again. But I complained enough and they fixed it, just like the refrigerator. It took us 3 refrigerators to get a good one here. Now we got a good refrigerator. And so we're doing okay here, but they got the water's good and hot here. They got both boilers working now. They had a problem with one of the boilers. That's all fixed, so we don't have too much problems anymore. Yeah, Timothy, that's my little baby right there. When she came to the hospital the other day, she had on the Navy, your Navy. I got her this United States Navy
Yes, I read
hoodie,
that.
and she had on this hat. She had on one of them knit stocking caps, but it was kind of squared off on the front. And when she came walking to the door, that's the prettiest little damn thing I ever saw in my life. And she was nothing but smiles.
Take this.
So
No,
yeah, she's a
nothing.
pretty little girl.
Yeah,
There's no
keep it.
doubt about it.
What is that? Chocolate. Oh, it's dark chocolate. Yeah, it's dark chocolate.
Oh, tell Timothy.
Timothy,
Yes. Oh yes.
Timothy who?
Because Timothy
Dizak?
Long.
Timothy Dizak?
Timothy Long.
Oh, Timothy Long.
He said that I'm pretty also.
Well, you are pretty.
Foreigner have a eye problem.
Yeah, well, quit doing that. Quit selling yourself short. I hate when you do that. Oh, Lawrence, it's still sitting there. The neighbor's driving it for us. He drives it once a week to work. It'll be for sale, so
Papa, let me build this up.
okay. It looks blown up already, bub.
It is.
I got the water. Thanks for getting me that water before Maddie.
Yeah.
I got my nice little hospital so I can monitor my water.
Where's my dolly? Up here, buddy.
Yeah, I love that Honda car. I wish I had it here, guys. See, we'd have no problem if I could have brought that here. If I could have brought that car here. Yeah, it's for sale in the Philippines. What were you asking for it?
Huh?
What were you asking for it?
Up to 450.
Yeah,
500 like the 500.
Yeah, 450,000.
500.
Yeah, well, 450 is a good price for it. If we got 450, I'd be happy as could be. No, it's a Honda Mobilio Maximus, and I love that Mobilio. Great motor. Plus, it got nothing but AMSOIL oil. I'm a oil change freak. I changed the gearbox already a bunch of times. It got the best of service. It's had the radiator flushed. It has the brakes flushed. The hydraulic system for the clutch has been flushed already. You know, it was been well maintained. I did pretty much everything myself. The only thing I didn't do was when I had the brakes flushed, I took it to the dealership and they connected it up to their little. They removed loosens the petcocks at each wheel, and they put these little suction things on there, and then they put a thing up on the master cylinder, and then they just pump brand new fluid, and I put synthetic in there also, so it wouldn't boil. That's a great car. We took it on some trips. There's not that many kilometers on it, maybe 30,000 kilometers, 25,000 kilometers, something like that, Faye?
What?
The car, 20 some thousand. I think there's 24,000 kilometers on it, is all that's on that. And we had it since 2019.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was well taken care of. I took it up to the dealer once a year and had them do their fantastic clean job to where they make it look like it just fell off the showroom floor. I paid for that once a year. It's not too expensive up there. They get inside and make the motor look shiny. And like I said, I kept AMSOIL synthetic everywhere, gearbox everywhere, motor, and I kept it changed. I kept everything changed. So 2019 Maximus. That was a 2019, right? It's not 2018. 2019, yeah, it's a 2019. The only thing I had to do to it, we did replace the battery. We had to replace the battery because it quit, and it wasn't because we left it bad or anything. It got a hole in the bottom. From driving around, it wore a hole in the bottom and leaked the fluid out of one of the cells. So we had to replace the battery. So I took it up to the battery and I put one of them gel batteries in it. And not the ones that start on fire though. So I got that battery in there, a good heavy duty battery, and all the belts. Last time I had anything to do with it, the dealer checked all the belts and hoses and everything, and they said it didn't need anything yet. That wasn't due yet for another couple years. And I looked at them myself and said, no, they still look great. I'm not going to touch them yet. I like to get stuff like that ahead of time, but it didn't need it. I'm not, I wasn't going to throw money away at it, so. And anytime you get, if you're going to get car work, if you buy a brand new car in the Philippines, it's actually cheaper to go to the dealer to get stuff done. It's amazing how cheap they can get. And I did replace the tires on it. The tires we had on it lasted about 22,000, and then we were way over in GMA visiting, and we got a couple flat tires. So it was like, oh crap, and I had plugs in them. From where we lived, with all the nails and stuff, I had all these plugs in them and stuff like that. So I just said, oh, heck with it. For 13,000, we got 4 brand new tires. So. Yeah, but where are you at, Max? If you mean the Philippines, mine was cheap. I didn't do their preventive maintenance. I did all the oil myself. Because they want to charge you, even if you give them the oil, they want to charge you for the oil. I said, no, I'll take care of that myself. I did all the oil, gearbox, all that. I just had them check it off. They tried to tell me I wasn't allowed to do that. Then they tried to tell me I wasn't allowed to use synthetic. Oh, they tried to pull all kinds of crap on me to get me to buy their stuff. But there's only certain things I would let them do, like the cleaning of the motor, the sucking all the brake fluid out, and putting synthetic in there and all that. But I got mine at what was the name of that Honda dealer? Carmona, Honda Carmona. And I forget what we paid for it, but it was $2
million.
I can't remember what I paid for it. 750,000 I think I paid for it. And it's only got 24,000 kilometers on it. Not miles, kilometers. So it doesn't burn any oil, doesn't smoke, fires right up. I mean, you just touch the key It can sit for a week, and you just barely give a blip on that key, and it's already running. You can barely hear the motor. I did a vlog on it. My very first vlog I ever did was on the car. It was really terrible though. Yeah, I believe I did get the Dunlops there, Lawrence. They might have been, it was made in the Dunlop factory, but it had a different name on it. Good tires though. You know, good wear rating, and they were nice. They were plenty sticky. We took it on a big trip when I had Mark in Maui. We went all the way up to the North Coast in the storm. We had a nice trip in that thing. And he was really surprised at how good that thing ran. And we wound up driving down this little donkey path road. It was like a shortcut. And we're driving up through this thing, and when we got all the way to the end where we're getting ready to come out on the main road, there was a huge tree fell down, and we had to back about 3.5 miles back out, and the road was like a drop-off on either side. So Mark was out in the back waving me, and I'm in the mirror trying to roll this thing back down the hill in Baguio.
I remember
Boy,
that.
yeah, that was something, huh, Maddie?
Yeah,
That was an adventure, wasn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, that was really something. But we got out of there. We definitely got out of there. We had that Baguio. If you ever go somewhere in the Philippines, Baguio is the only place in the world that when you go there, you're going uphill, and when you leave, you're going uphill. I've never been a place like that in my whole life. Yeah, I used to run them Coopers too. They used to have a model called a Durango that I used to put on my trucks that would last for forever.
If you want it out.
Yeah, that seems like a lot, 11,000 pesos to get, you know, to get stuff done. That seems like, it sounds like they were really screwing you. Yeah, yeah, the tires we had on ours were pretty quiet.
Yeah, I didn't put it backwards. Nice.
Yeah. Well, my car, I would always go, you know, if I was just hanging around the house not doing nothing, I'd open up the hood and start checking bolts and, you know, look underneath, make sure the exhaust is all tight. And, you know, I would just get on the ground and just, you know, do basically a service. You know, I didn't have a lift or anything, but I had a hydraulic jack. And I could get underneath and jack it up, and I had jack stands. And I'd jack it up on the jack stands and just take a good look at everything. Make sure that, you know, make sure that it was in good shape and nothing was coming loose. The only thing I ever found one time was was on the back of the motor was the muffler bolt. It was out about 2 or 3 threads. So I got some of that high heat locker that I had for my Harley Davidson. I had some left over, and I squirted a little tiny bit of that in there, and then I cranked it shut with a wrench, and then I put another nut on top of that with some locker on it, and then we never had any problem with that. That's still like that. But I've heard that that's not the only 1500 motor that's done that. I've seen that before on that same model. It's just they used an inferior bolt or something. But mine's was taken care of, so it was good and quiet, no leaks. Yep, walk to school uphill both ways.
Don't forget the medicine, 7 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I'll take my medicine after a little bit here.
Past 7.
Evening, bedtime I got also. I got you there, Todd. Yeah, but you know, we did have a nice time in Baguio, but don't drive there. If you're going to go to Baguio, don't drive there. It's just, it was a nightmare for me to drive. I was not comfortable. I didn't like driving. Too many cops around that are ready to give you tickets and stuff. So what we did was we parked the car back at the hotel, and you can pretty much get a taxi cab for $2 or $3 to take you anywhere in the city you want to go. And we had a great time that way, and I didn't have to drive. So, and we stayed at a really nice hotel. Of course, they were really crazy because some coffee remember that? Some coffee got spilled on the bed sheet, and they were going to make us buy the whole bed sheet. Did you ever hear that?
Yes, 1.5.
Yeah, they wanted us to buy the bed sheet because there was a coffee stain on it. So if they had to run over under the sink and rinse the coffee stain out, or they were going to make us pay for the bed sheet. Who the hell ever heard of that? You go to a hotel, you put a stain on something, you got to buy it. And they weren't letting us leave. It was like the craziest thing. I mean, these Filipinos, when it comes to stuff like that, it's really weird.
Not all.
No, let's see.
Someday. Oh, I got wings.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking. We were there, but we did a lot of. We were some of the last people to go through that big concrete thing that the governor closed. What was that thing called? That big stone? Igorot?
Igorot.
Yeah, the Igorot thing. We got in there, and then when we came back the next day, it was closed. They condemned it because they were afraid it was going to collapse and kill everybody. So we got to see that. We got some really nice pictures. I had my cameras going, so that was a pretty nice trip. We liked it. Baguio was kind of cool. Very hilly. Very, very hilly, that's for sure. And they're a little more expensive than places we were used to. Yeah, we did go to a flea market where they sold all the strawberries. And what was really nice about the flea market is everybody in the flea market would wheel and deal. You know, it wasn't like they, you know, when around where we lived, where you'd go in to buy something and they just cross their arms and say, no, this is the price. They would wheel and deal with you down there. They wanted to make, you know, they were willing to make a deal. And so we enjoyed that. We got some pretty cool stuff. Remember that big thing we got from Mark in Maui, that big Indian chief? What'd I pay for that? That was cheap, wasn't it?
They sell you higher price.
I got this wooden, hand-carved Indian chieftain about 3 feet tall. It was like 800 pesos, something like that.
And then
Down from thousands of pesos. I just kept haggling with them, and we got that. Then I got Maddie a pair of binoculars. We haggled that down. Remember your binoculars? Yeah, we had a lot of fun there. Yeah, they want to give you a ticket over there. That's their big way to get money. Yeah, well, one thing about there, just if you go to Baguio, just park your car. If you drive a car there, just park it at the hotel. And the other thing too is a gasoline engine is worthless there. You need the diesel. You need a diesel engine to pull those hills. My car, we were just burning the crap. I didn't like the idea. That's why after I drove it for a couple of hours, I said, you know what, I don't want to drive this thing in these hills. This is good. You know, I don't want to burn the clutch out. I'm going to just park it. And then when we found out how cheap the first taxi cab we got, and it's Invicta, Toyota Invicta with the diesel, the guy took us from one end of town all the way over to the other. All of us piled into that thing for $3. I mean, that was like nothing. So, you know, if you go there with some cash, that's a great place to go. We had a lot of fun. We were in the big storm up on the North Coast. The whole place got trashed up there. Yeah. Oh, we went to a restaurant. We did. We had some really good food at the restaurant, but we had this huge storm and the kids are all in the water. Remember that? We got the waves are crashing all around us. Man, and I'm not even really going in the water. I'm kind of on the edge of the water in the sand watching them. And they're running out into the water, and then the waves was splashing them all the way back in on the shore.
I remember that.
Remember that? That was crazy, huh? That was a big storm. That was a big storm coming off the Japanese coast.
A really big storm.
Yeah, you're right about that, Maximus. There's just not the torque numbers aren't there. You need the torque. Like the diesel engines, these guys were pulling in second gear. They were taking off from a light in second gear and just driving right up these hills. Yeah, we did horse rides. We did a bunch of stuff. The kids were riding on the horses. You know, I felt bad for the horses, especially some of them horses where you took the pictures of them with their hoofs all messed up. You know, that if that would have been here in the United States, they would have condemned those horses and taken them off those people because their hoofs weren't trimmed properly. There was just lots of trouble.
Oh, the jellyfish thing.
Yeah, we did the paddle boats too. Plus, we did the little pedal cars and.
Oh, I like the pedal.
Oh, we had all kinds of stuff, Maximus. We had a blast. We stayed in what, 2 days there, right? We were there a couple days. But the whole trip was what, a
2 days
week?
in Baguio, 2 days in Pagudpud,
Yep.
and then 1 day in Hundred Island.
And you know what was really funny? Our buddy Mark, he's got that big Isuzu SUV. We had more room in the Mobilio than we did in his vehicle. You know, there was more room in there. We had the top. I had put that roof rack on top, and we had all our luggage up on top of there, and nothing blew off.
But he's a good driver.
Who's a good driver?
Mark is a very good driver, right?
Yeah, well.
Remember you're up and down?
Hmm.
Papa's a better driver.
So we had a good one. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Oh, I got the jellyfish stings. That was long after we got back.
Oh, they find you.
And what happened was I found out that if you ever run into them again, just lay down in the water, because their tentacles are down below you, and just try to float on top of the salt water. What I did is I waded right into them, and I got stung all over my hands and my waist. And it was called a man o' war.
Where are you?
That's the one I got. I got stung by 3 or 4 man o' wars, and
I'm not scared. Oh, yeah.
it was definitely an experience. It's a different kind of pain. I never had a pain like that before, but it definitely wasn't very good. Yeah, we went to see the windmills and all the oil leaking out of them. It's unbelievable how many gallons of oil was leaked all over those dang things.
Oh, Winnie.
Yeah, I guess, Brian.
Can you have your last one?
Yeah, you can have that. Yeah, well, I'm not that old, 63. 63 years old. It's just this cancer aged me. It threw a lot of age on me, didn't it, Faye? Gave me the wrinkles. I even got old granny flaps on my arms now. That's really bad. I took a shower before I came home, and I looked in the mirror, and I'm thinking, holy cow, I look like I'm a old Methuselah, one of them guys on the desert island with just the coconut tree and nothing else. I wasn't looking too good.
Good fight. You did.
Yeah, Lawrence, that jellyfish, and then I stepped on a sea anemone. That one of those little things, I stepped on it, went right into my foot. On the way back in, not only did I get stung with the jellyfish, with 3 jellyfish, and they're trying to pick that stuff off, I stepped on one of those. That's why you need to wear shoes and wear a long sleeve shirt and even gloves if you're going to go swimming in the ocean around there. Well, Brian, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are watching, that you popped in for a little bit. 122 minutes already. I didn't realize my live was going to go this long, but I feel a lot better, guys. I mean, this is the first I felt capable of just chit-chatting with you guys and doing a live, and thanking all you guys for helping us and getting Faye here. And, she needed to be here to help with the family. Because what happened with me was I couldn't even take care of Maddie. He went with my daughter before Faye came here, because I couldn't even get up to cooking food. And I was thinking if she wouldn't have come, I'd have been in a nursing home. So yeah, I've seen them stingrays come out of the water before too. Well, yeah, I seen that Fazio fella. Somebody told me he passed away. And then the other fellow that I used to like to watch, that had the tuk-tuk, he went back to California because he missed his family. That was Island Hopper's buddy. Can't remember him. He was a school teacher guy, real nice fella. It's just a mild-mannered, nice guy. He went back to the States. And yeah, I'm glad my sweetie's back. We're all back together here. Yeah, that was what, I didn't go down, I was never one to go down to where all the vloggers were. I had a buddy one time bring his camera, his cell phone, and these vloggers, they all they meet at this one place, they sit there all day, and they just talk to each other instead of getting out and seeing the Philippines. What kind of vlogging is that? How, you know? And then I've seen some of these guys get out and they start talking about things in the Philippines that they're wrong, they're lying, they're making it up. You know, it's just a bunch of bullcrap. They never went anywhere. They're just doing hearsay. And there's a couple of them on there that are just full of crap. I'm telling you the truth. They tell you how wonderful and how great it is. Well, wait a minute. There's no place that's wonderful and great until you're dead and go to heaven. So. 500 pesos, not too bad. Yeah, Dumaguete. You got to go down to Dumaguete and get you some spaghetti. Yeah, that's where they got that big vloggers restaurant or someplace they all go to. See, he went in there and took a picture of all of them. They're all sitting there with their cameras, interviewing each other. Get out and see the Philippines. You know, go do something. You know, there's lots of things to see and do in the Philippines. That's for sure. But that's something I got to make. Huh, Faye? Maybe I make spaghetti tomorrow.
Yes.
I bought the sausage.
Or pesto.
Okay.
We miss the pesto.
That's the cream sauce one?
The green sauce.
The what?
Green sauce.
Green sauce?
I don't know if there's pesto here.
Well, we got to buy some. I didn't buy the pesto today.
Spaghetti better.
Yeah, I think maybe tomorrow. I'm getting to where I can get on my feet, and I think I'm, you know, able to get in the kitchen and do a little bit of cooking. So I think I'm gonna make some spaghetti tomorrow. You guys like my spaghetti? Yeah. Okay.
My spaghetti is different.
Me too. Faye makes really good spaghetti, but it is definitely different. It's Filipino spaghetti compared to American spaghetti. I like to put hot Italian sausage in mine and beef meatballs and stuff like that. So. Well, there, Jim, we're still kicking, Lord willing. Yeah, Bataan always was a nice place. Mark Thornton, yeah. Yeah, I know. He's I saw the video where he threw a big fit over one of the guys running for the president, where he threw a fit. I mean, this guy came off the rails. I mean, and he can't hide that video anymore. I mean, he took it down immediately, but too many people copied it. And one of my buddies showed me that. I didn't get to see the whole thing. I got to see about maybe 5 minutes of it, and the dude went off the rails. I mean, he's not glued together. And I just stopped watching him. I'm like, I don't want to watch somebody like that. I mean, if you can't control your urges and you got to beat somebody up, that's crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, Ground Zero. That was the name of the place, Gary. Well, Brian, some of the spaghetti. We have our one friend that makes spaghetti. You know, Crispy. She does make it with them hot dogs and everything, but she makes it spicy.
What crispy?
Crispy spaghetti. Crispy? Ronald and Crispy?
But it's yum yum. It's
Yeah, her spaghetti's really good. She makes it the Filipino spaghetti,
Yum yum.
but instead of being sweet, she makes it real spicy.
Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah, the one she gave me last time was spicy. She didn't put any sweet stuff in there, sugar and all that. That was good spaghetti. So, and then she's also, we call her Crispy because she makes the best damn fried chicken I ever ate, that lady.
Wow.
Okay. So whose baby are we talking about here, Maximus? Well, you look at my kids, I'm 63 and my youngest is 6.
When
So-
you get to bed,
I'm 9 years
all the
old.
people there, they looking at me.
That's okay. They can look at you all you want. You're a good-looking girl. I look at you a lot.
They think I'm a caregiver.
That's in your head. Why would anybody think that? You're in America now. You're not in the Philippines. Well, you know, watching somebody like that fellow Mark. I don't want to get too much into him because I haven't watched that much of his stuff, but I did watch him come off the rails, talking about the candidates and how he just went into this tirade, and I was like, whoa, what happened to this poor fella? You know, I personally don't care. You know, if you want to vote for this guy or you want to vote for that guy, that's your business. Vote for whoever you want. I'm not going to go into no fit just because you vote for somebody. And this guy was saying, you people who vote for this other guy, you're worthless pieces of, you know, he was really going on about, and that's half the country or more. You know, very strange how some people do. You know, you shoot yourself in the foot. But, well, he fooled some girl anyway. Rogan, okay. Well, he's got a baby. I hope he lives long enough to take care of it. That's for sure. And if not, I'm sure there's going to be Social Security. But he's got to get his consular report of birth abroad, and he's got to get his citizenship, or that baby's not covered for nothing. These guys come here and they have a baby, and they say, "Oh, guess what? The baby's going to be covered, you know, because I'm an American citizen." Sorry. No, they're not. We've been through all this. I spent a fortune. What did we spend on the babies, Faye? About 10 grand?
I forgot.
We spent about $10,000 making these kids legal with their passports, and our buddy Island Tracker's going through it right now with his little boy Sammy. You know, his beautiful little buddy. It's costs money and it takes time. You know, so these people who think, and some guys too, they make them take a DNA. That's another $880 on top of that. Now, they didn't make me take a DNA test. They brought us into that little booth. They looked at the kids, and they looked more like me than they do their mom, and they said, okay, you don't need the DNA. And they gave us the passports. But, you know, other than that, some guys, they got to get, you know, they have to go ahead and get DNA tests to make sure. Yeah, I don't know Tia, I don't know anything about the cruise ship or anything like that with that guy. I just never really followed him because I just thought he was a strange guy. And there were some of them I followed for a little while, and then some of them I just watched them one time. It's like, oh brother, you know, just shut them off. So. Yeah, you got to stay out of the politics, Todd. I'm not talking about Filipino politics. This was politics, United States politics, with that guy. Our people who are going to be elected, not here. You definitely stay out of Filipino politics. That's none of our business. Absolutely 100% none of our business. That's a Filipino thing. And even if your wife goes and votes and all that kind of stuff, you stay away from the political rallies, all that kind of stuff. I was warned on that the day I got here, because I went to the embassy and did a check-in. And that was one of the first things they said: stay away from any political rally. And don't say anything good or bad about whoever's anybody. So I'm gone now, so it's different. Well, you know, Maximus, a lot of these channels, they think you make a lot of money. You don't. I actually has never gotten a dime from my channel. I swear, not one penny. Even people who sent super chats and stuff don't send any. I don't get it. I don't get the money. I see people send me $20-25. I never got it. They say they're supposed to put it in my bank account. I get a letter every month saying, oh, on the 21st, we're going to put this money in your account. And the 21st goes by, and I never get a dime in there. And there's $4,000 and some dollars over the years that they're supposed to give me. They ain't going to give it to me. They never will.
Papa, look, I'm hidden. Papa.
What?
Look, you can't see me. I'm hiding behind a tree.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know much about the Thornton guy. Hey, I wish him well. I hope he does well with his brand new little baby, Rogan, and I hope the best for all of them. I don't know him, but I do hope he does okay. You know, it's okay with me. I'm not there anymore. I don't know how much, you know, they get, but a lot of people say they think you're this YouTube millionaire, and it doesn't happen, guys. It's just not happening. I knew a girl who handles people's YouTube pages, and she says she's got people that got, hundreds of thousands, a couple 100,000 people, and she says they're lucky if they're making, 20, 30 bucks a month. YouTube takes it all. You go to give, let's say you give $100, you only get 60 out of it because they're taking 50%. So, it's just a bad deal.
This crown.
Yeah, you gotta definitely have over 1 million subs and stuff like that to start making some money on there. Otherwise, you're just a nobody. I've done everything I was supposed to do to get that money transferred to my account. I've done everything that YouTube asked me to do. And every month they say, okay, good, it's taken care of, and they still never put it in my account. They haven't done it yet. They said, the last person I talked to said the only way is to close this channel out and open up a new one. But then I lose every penny on the old channel. I don't get any of the money. It's crooked. It's just absolutely crooked what they're doing. And I'm not the only one this happens to. But I'm not going to worry about it. We're actually doing okay. It'd be nice to have $3-4 grand though. We sure as heck could use that because my son, we stopped up and grabbed one of those car sales papers again. Go find that. And there's always a good car. I'd love to find an old Lincoln. If I could find an old Lincoln or old Mercury.
I don't know where it went.
Come on, it was in the, we had it.
I don't know.
Well, you need to hunt it for me, bub.
What's that?
He bought me the sales paper for the car. Oh, don't do that.
I'm stuck in the chair.
Yeah, a lot of people they can do pretty good on YouTube, but this channel never did much anything.
Start to take medicine.
Okay, I'll get it. Don't worry.
No, wait a minute. Almost 8 o'clock.
Well, which one's the evening one? I guess I got to say she's going to hound me until I take my dang medicine, guys.
Show your medicine.
Maddie and I set this thing up. We set this thing up. So today is Tuesday, and this is Tuesday evening. I got bedtime medicine, but I can't get this open. That's the problem.
I got it. Give me.
This one. Well, stand up here. I don't want this to spill.
one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
There should only be one pill in there. No, the bottom one. The bottom over here.
Mm-hmm. Which way does it open?
Well, come on. Let's get something to get it open.
Oh, this way.
Yeah, that way. Okay, there's only one pill. I told you there was only one.
Oh.
Okay, thanks. And then I got this one's for bedtime. That's the warfarin. Okay. All righty. All right, I got my water here. That's the calcium. I gotta get the calcium to get that done. Okay. Well, not really, Brian. I take it when it's due. It's only, that's about the time I was getting it in the hospital, was about 8 o'clock. And then about 10 o'clock, I took the last one. There's one that says bedtime, and I was going to bed about 10:30. And that was that one. So, that's the one. I got that listed. That's my Tuesday. Maddie and I sat here and spent a good while. I got so many damn bottles of pills, it ain't funny. And when we get down to the end of the week, we'll fill it up again. But I'm going to do it. I'm just going to keep taking their antiviral drug and all their different stuff they got in here, and their making me sick pills and, all the other stuff they want me to take. I'm just going to follow the program. Yeah, if we can find there's a way. We're going to eventually find a decent car. It's, this is probably the longest in my entire life I've ever been without a car, so. But we'll find something. And we got the dang sale paper. There's a car sales paper around here all the time. And, if you go to the back, they got, the more expensive cars are like in the front of the book. And as you go to the back, it's a little bit cheaper. And they got some cars that are from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s cars that I can work on. I got timing lights. I got all kinds of tools out in the garage, you know, that I can work, diagnostic thing for the older cars. I can keep those things running. And, you know, but I'm not going to go out and buy some new one and be broke all the time. That's just Crown Victoria. Those are good cars. There's no doubt about it. I had a buddy. He used to buy the old police cars. He used to go to the state patrol and buy their like Interceptors. They just take the badging off the sides and stuff. And he used to buy them for his like work beaters. And he always got a pretty damn good car, even though they had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles on them. They just ran. I don't ever remember him missing work. You know, and we called him the Blues Bro because it was like a Blues Brothers mobile, but just newer ones. Yeah, well, Ford makes a good vehicle. Same way with their Econoline vans. You know, Econoline vans and Crown Victorias and their Mercurys, they just, damn things just run forever. But if I could find a, you know, a late 2000s Mercury, or, you know, I don't want to go. I had another car I had that was a pretty good car. Was I had a town car. I had a 1979 town car, and I had a 1980 town car. The 80's the smaller one. And both of those cars, nothing ever went wrong with them. The only stuff went wrong with them was like the radio and the windows. But when it came to mechanicals, they just ran. They just ran really good, and I never had a bit of trouble with either one of them. But, you know, it had stupid things like the radio. Let's see here. Man, I don't want to start messing with points again. Yeah, that's why. Definitely, that's why the taxi. They made taxi cabs and stuff out of them. I rented one. I had it for 2 weeks when I came to visit the Northeast from California one time, and there ain't no way. Hey, Russell, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, I didn't want to give it back. I even told the guy at the rental place when I was bringing it back, I said, man, is this one going to go up for sale? He says, not yet. It's just too new yet. And I said, man, I would love to take this thing home. I'll drive it. I was telling him, I'll drive it home right now. Where do I sign? I just loved that thing. Couldn't hear the motor. Plenty of power. It handled like it was on rails. A big car like that, it handled like it was on rails. But it had the big sway bar in the back. You know, they put those big heavy-duty sway bars on it. And like I say, I had it for 2 weeks. It sipped fuel. It wasn't no big gas hog, and I was like, man, what a beautiful vehicle. All right, Todd, you take care. Yeah, I got to see about getting my cameras going and getting my vlogs done, and maybe getting the laptop up and running again. And we'll do pretty good. But we've been on here already for an hour, 142 minutes, 143 minutes. So thanks for stopping in. Well, you know that Maximus, when I was younger, and I needed a car, I always would go to the rental places and get one. Like me, I'd get a used car instead of buying a new one. I'd go down to the rental place and find a good rental car. And they take care of them. I mean, if you get in a rental car, all the oil's changed. You know, they're broke in well, and just get them. And they're usually A1. And I never had a bit of trouble with any rental car I ever bought. There used to be a place. It was a Hertz dealer, and I would go up to that same place. And every time I needed a car, I'd go get one. Yeah, Brian, I'm gonna keep blogging if I can. I feel a lot better. This is the first time I felt like blogging in months. Yeah, there was no notice, Mike. Sorry, buddy. I did send you a thing saying, letting you know I was home here. Glad to see you, buddy. That's our buddy Mike Simpson there. He might be coming to visit. We got some deer meat coming our way. Oh, Mike. Yeah, I got 5 more chemos there, Mike. Every Thursday for the next 5 Thursdays, and we'll take it from there. But I feel a lot better. I actually feel pretty good today. I mean, as of right now, the only thing that's I don't like right now is my foot is swollen up like Freddie Flintstone. One of them's swollen up a little bit, and the other one's swollen up a lot. But they said because of the medicine I'm taking, there's nothing I can do about it. They gave me some compression socks, which I wore all last night. And then after I get my shower, I'll put on another pair. They gave me like 4 pair of compression socks. And I'll wear those again. I've done 3 already, Maximus. Hey, thanks a lot, Violet. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you can make the trip, Mike. We'll be definitely looking forward to seeing you.
Uy, ano nararamdaman mo?
Yeah, it'll be definitely good to see Mike. He'd be a pretty good trip. Oh, that trip's got to be a hell of a trip. Was that 1,000 miles there, Mike? I don't know if it's 1,000, but close. I would have to say it had to be pretty close to 1,000. I'd have to put it on the map. No, we don't need the head. I'm not going to eat the head. You know what I used to do to my deer, guys, and this was, I would do the chops along the back strap and the loins. I always liked those. But I used to do mine, just turn it all in the hamburger. And the trick about deer meat, I never like to add fat from pig or cow or anything like that. What you do is you put them in the pan with water in the bottom. Shape them up into your hamburger shape. Put it about halfway up water up on the hamburger and put a lid on it and just simmer them real slow first. And then after that, then you can dump in some ghee, a little bit of butter, a little bit of ghee, something like that, and then fry them real good. And that's the way we like our hamburgers. And I used to double grind mine. I used to have a big Dayton grinder, and I had a bandsaw because I was paying a guy, and they were throwing away half the damn meat. And I'm looking at all this wasted meat, and I went down to Grizzly, there's a company called Grizzly out in Williamsport, and I bought a meat cutting bandsaw. And a buddy of mine had this Dayton meat grinder. I mean, you could stick your head almost in this thing. And I seen it in this garage. I says, "That thing still work?" He goes, "Yeah, it still works." I says, "You want to sell it?" He goes, "You can have it. Take it." I had to clean it up, and then I would double grind mine. And he had all the cutting blades and everything. It was really nice. Yeah, Mike Simmons, yeah, Wichita to Cleveland. Microcladial antibodies. Ooh, no, I haven't tried that. Yeah, Maximus, that's basically you're just taking the water. You're taking the water out of butter. That's what we use to fry everything in. Hey, Sean. Good to see you, buddy. We were talking to him a little bit. Yeah, that's what I said, almost 1,000 miles, Mike. I knew it's a heck of a ride. It's a heck of a dang ride. But we'd be looking forward to seeing you if you can make it, that's for sure. He's a good Christian dude, guys. Mike Simpson. That's for sure. Yeah, I didn't get to deer hunt this year with all the things that went on. And hopefully we'll get set up for next year that we can deer hunt. And I'm going to go down, probably not this month, but next month, and just get a box of shells for my AR. And I'm going to go ahead and I want to take that out and shoot it, make sure that it's shooting good. I put a prism scope on it. A lot of guys don't know what that is, but go ahead and look that up. I really like the prism scope. You can just keep both eyes open and you can get on target like lightning fast. I just really liked them. I had one years and years ago, and I put a prism scope on the AR. This is my first AR I ever had. Mike's the one who helped me out with that. And I got the 450 Bushmaster in case if I want to go hog hunting down with Ronald. That's my plan, heading south. And but it all depends on what my little woman likes. We're probably going to go down there and have a visit first and see if she likes it. Get to see the people, because I'm sure she's gonna get a kick out of the accent. Right, Faye?
What?
We'll get you down south. We'll teach you how to do a southern accent. Wah.
Wait, let's see. No.
Yeah, Russell, I'm glad to be home. I'm real glad to be home. I feel a lot better since we talked last time. Hey guys, Russell, I talked to Russell probably a couple times a week for the last, what, couple years, huh, Russell? Yeah, it's been a good while I've known Russell. Never met him in person, but we do a good bit of yakking. He's a good dude. He's planning on going to the Philippines. Yep. Yeah, that's for sure, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, you know something, we get down south, I think that's when she's going to like America. Because that's a whole different ballgame. I loved it down there. I tried to move down to Tennessee. All through the years I wanted to move down south. Couldn't get the wife to agree to it. Just couldn't do it. She had to stick up around the northeast where it was freezing cold. But you know, I always wanted to head down south. I lived in Tennessee on a job for over a year when I was young. You know, there was one job. It was a dealership that lasted. It was almost 6 months. I don't know why it took so long, but I was on that job for almost 6 months. And then they had a strip mall, and they asked me if I would stay. So I was there for well over a year, and I didn't want to leave. That was in Tennessee, not too far out of Knox. And I just loved it there, and I wanted to go, but I couldn't get the woman to agree. So that was a real bummer. Yeah, Ronald, I always loved it down there. And the people. I just fell in love with the people. I was walking down they had chert roads down there. The roads they call it chert. It's like a red clay. And I was walking down the road, and there was this little old lady, like one of the Mennonite women. And she was real skinny from her hips up, but she had these real big legs, and she's waving at me from way back from the road. No electricity on in her house. And she said, she asked me if I would run down the garden and pick her anything I wanted to eat out of the garden, and she'd cook it for us. And I said, sure, and she gave me an old white bucket, an old white paint bucket. And I went down to her garden because her legs were hurting her and she couldn't go. And I picked okra and cucumbers. I just picked a whole bunch of stuff, and she made this big, like a medley with fish. She had some fish that somebody had brought her, catfish, and she had chopped that up and fried that, and then she put that in that vegetable medley with this sauce. It was like a cream sauce, and she said, "You wanna do that again? You can come back again." But crippled up old lady, and that was just super duper nice lady. She said she was 93 years old, lived all by herself. If you're talking to me, Jim, I don't miss a thing. I don't miss. I did like the warm weather. I have to admit that. The one thing I did like was getting out every day for my little walks in the sun, and doing the vlogs, and I do miss my puppy dog. We couldn't bring our dog with us. I miss Shaky. That's a good puppy, but old Tatai's got her. She's in good hands with Tatai, but I sure did hate to give her up. So, but I'll tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind this thing down. That was, we got already an hour and 53 minutes. And I appreciate everybody jumping in and joining. And it seems like a lot of the regulars that I get to see. And I hope I can be back vlogging again. And I hope we can get out from here and do some vlogging. I'd like to do some motor vlogs. My wife brought my other good helmet from the Philippines, the one with the bubble face on it. So, if I can get these hands working again and get my sea legs underneath me, we'll do some motor vlogs. You know, Maddie was always my buddies, but I'm sure Dorothy and Moon was going to run and do some riding with me too. And I think Mama and I is going to take a little walk outside. Are we going to take a little walk outside, Mama?
I do.
Okay.
Ay, you have to rest. No. Walk a long way.
I've been sitting on my butt for the last 2 hours. What are you talking about?
Come on, we're going to CBC Pharmacy, CBS Pharmacy.
Well, I'm not going to walk that far. I was just going to walk to the
Dollar
garage.
General? Can we walk to Dollar General?
All right, well, you guys take care. I'm going to let you go, and God bless all of you, and thank you for all your well-wishing and prayers, and please keep them up. I think that's more important than anything in the whole world. You know, to petition the Lord that I can be with these beautiful babies for a good part of their life. Huh? I want to be with you guys, that's for sure. And help them get raised up the way that they should go. Okay?
Rickshaw
Thank
out.
you,
Bye-bye.
Brian. Maximus?
Can I push
Yeah,
the
we got a
button?
CVS. She's got to go get some paperwork done. She's got to make a
Jigsaw out.
copy of her. First, we got to get some.
I wanna get your.
We got to get some Insure, Clear,
Wait, don't do that,
and then she's got to get some stuff printed out. Uncle Charles, there he is. Hey, thanks a lot, Uncle Charles. I sure do appreciate it. Yeah, we got a CVS that you could almost throw a rock at from here. If I threw a rock, I would probably only be about 20 feet short of hitting the building from our front door. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'll be back again as soon as I can. And you all take care now. Yeah.
Rickshaw out.
Thank you, guys.
Papa, let's go walk around.
I don't know how this
Papa, let's
works.
go for a walk.
And.